Welcome to Russia.
One. Russia is the largest country in the world, spanning across 2 continents, Europe and Asia. 2. It covers an area of approximately 17 million square kilometers. 3. Moscow is the capital and largest city in Russia. 4. The official language is Russian. 5. Russia has a population of over 144 million people. 6. The currency used is the Russian ruble. 7. It has a diverse landscape, including mountains, forests, tundra, and steppe. 8. Russia shares borders with 14 countries. 9. Lake Baikal, located in Siberia, is the deepest lake in the world and is found in Russia. 10. The Trans-Siberian Railway is the longest railway line in the world, stretching over 9,000 kilometers from Moscow to Vladivostok. 11. The majority of Russia experiences a cold and continental climate, with severe winters and warm summers. 12. A traditional Russian cuisine includes dishes like borscht, beef stroganoff, and pelmeni dumplings. 13. Russia is famous for its vodka production and consumption. 14. The Russian Federation is a federal semi-presidential republic with a president as the head of state. 15. Russia has a rich cultural heritage with prominent contributions to literature, music, art, and ballet. 16. Famous Russian writers include Leo Tolstoy, Fyodor Dostoevsky, and Anton Chekhov. 17. Russian music is renowned for composers like Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky and Sergei Rachmaninoff. 18. The Russian Revolution in 1917 led to the establishment of the Soviet Union, which existed until 1991. 19. Russia is the birthplace of the first man in space, Yuri Gagarin, who orbited the Earth in 1961. 20. The Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg is one of the largest and oldest museums in the world, housing an extensive art collection. 21. The Kremlin, located in Moscow, is a historic fortress and the official residence of the President of Russia. 22. The Bolshoi Theater in Moscow is renowned for its ballet and opera performances. 23. Russia is home to 9 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including the historic centers of St. Petersburg and Moscow. 24. The Russian alphabet is based on the Cyrillic script. 25. The Ural Mountains separate the European and Asian parts of Russia. 26. The Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia's far east is known for its stunning volcanic landscapes and wildlife. 27. The Russian economy relies heavily on natural resources, particularly oil, gas, and minerals. 28. Russian literature played a significant role in world literature, with authors like Fyodor Dostoevsky, Leo Tolstoy, and Alexander Pushkin making lasting contributions. 29. Moscow's metro system is one of the most extensive and busiest in the world. 30. Russia has the largest forest reserves in the world, covering over 40% of the country's territory. 31. The Russian nesting dolls, known as Matryoshka dolls, are a popular symbol of Russia. 32. Formerly known as the Soviet Union, Russia was one of the 2 global superpowers during the Cold War period. 33. The Russian flag consists of 3 horizontal stripes, white on top, blue in the middle, and red on the bottom. 34. The Russian national anthem is called Gosudarstvenny Gimn Rossiyskoy Federatsiy. 35. Russia has a rich tradition of folk art, including intricate wood carvings and colorful textiles. 36. Russian ballet is renowned worldwide, with famous ballet companies like the Bolshoi Ballet and Mariinsky Ballet. 37. Lake Ladoga, located in northwestern Russia, is the largest lake in Europe. 38. The Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan is the world's oldest and largest operational space launch facility, which Russia leases from Kazakhstan. 39. The Volga River, known as the Mother Volga, is the longest river in Europe and an essential waterway for Russia. 40. Russia has a vast railway network, with the Trans-Siberian Railway being the most famous and the longest railway line in the world. 41. The Russian holiday of Maslenitsa marks the end of winter and is celebrated with pancakes, folk performances, and various festivities. 42. The tallest mountain in Russia is Mount Elbrus, located in the Caucasus Mountains and standing at 5,642 meters tall. 43. The Russian space agency, Roscosmos, has been a significant player in space exploration, including sending astronauts to the International Space Station. 44. The Russian alphabet contains 33 letters. 45. The Kalashnikov AK-47 rifle, designed by Mikhail Kalashnikov, is one of the most famous and widely used firearms in the world. 46. The Russian word for yes is da, and no is nayet. 47. Traditional Russian clothing includes the kokoshnik, a headdress worn by women, and the sarafan, a long, sleeveless dress. 48. Russia is home to the deepest metro system in the world, with stations like Admiraltskaya in St. Petersburg going as deep as 105 meters underground. 49. The Fabergé eggs, crafted by the House of Fabergé, are famous luxury items associated with Russia's imperial past. 50. The Russian military is one of the largest and most powerful in the world, with significant investments in defense technology. 51. Traditional Russian folk dances, like the Khorovod and Kalinka, feature energetic choreography and vibrant costumes. 52. Russia produces a significant portion of the world's natural gas, making it a major player in global energy markets. 53. The world's largest freshwater lake by volume, Lake Baikal, contains around 20% of the world's unfrozen freshwater. 54. The Russian national sport is ice hockey, and Russia has produced many talented players who have excelled in the NHL. 55. The iconic St. Basil's Cathedral, with its colorful, onion-shaped domes, is located in Moscow's Red Square. 56. Russian winters are known for being extremely cold, with temperatures dropping to 30 degrees Celsius (22 degrees Fahrenheit) or lower in some regions. 57. Russians celebrate New Year's Eve as the most important holiday, with festive gatherings and fireworks displays. 58. The Red Square in Moscow serves as a significant historical and cultural center, surrounded by iconic landmarks like the Kremlin and St. Basil's Cathedral. 59. Russia has a vast network of natural reserves and national parks, including the Golden Mountains of Altai and the Valley of Geysers in Kamchatka. 60. The Russian Orthodox Church is the largest religious denomination in Russia, and Orthodox Christianity plays a significant role in Russian culture. 61. Russia hosted the 2018 FIFA World Cup, which was considered one of the most successful and well-organized World Cups in history. 62. The onion dome architecture, commonly seen in Russian Orthodox churches, is an iconic symbol of Russian art and culture. 63. The Trinity Lavra of St. Sergius, located in Sergiev Posad near Moscow, is one of the most important Russian Orthodox monasteries and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. 64. Russia is the world's second largest producer of arms and military equipment, exporting to over 50 countries. 65. The Russian annual film festival, the Kinotavr, held in Sochi, showcases the best of Russian cinema. 66. The Russian State Library in Moscow is the largest library in Europe and the second largest library in the world, housing millions of books and manuscripts. 67. The city of Kazan, located on the banks of the Volga River, is known for its unique blend of Russian and Tatar cultures and is home to the Kazan Kremlin, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. 68. Russian traditional music often features balalaikas, triangular-shaped stringed instruments, and accordion-like bands. 69. 9 May is Victory Day in Russia, commemorating the victory over Nazi Germany in World War II. 70. The Kizhay Pogast, located on Kizhay Island in Lake Wunga, is an open-air museum featuring traditional Russian wooden architecture and is an UNESCO World Heritage Site. 71. Russia is home to over 185 ethnic groups, with the majority being ethnic Russians. 72. The Russian Empire, which preceded the Soviet Union, was one of the largest empires in history, spanning 3 continents. 73. Russian tea culture is deeply ingrained, with traditional samovars used to brew and serve tea, often accompanied by sweets and pastries. 74. The Lena Pillars, located in Siberia, are a series of unique rock formations that stretch for miles along the banks of the Lena River. 75. The Russian ballet dancer Rudolf Nureyev is considered one of the greatest male dancers of the 20th century. 76. The Great Patriotic War Museum in Moscow commemorates the Russian experience during World War II and is one of the largest war museums in the world. 77. Russia's national symbol is the double-headed eagle, which has been used in the country's coat of arms for centuries. 78. The State Historical Museum in Moscow showcases Russia's history from ancient times to the present day and houses over 4 million artifacts. 79. Russian literature has produced many iconic characters, including Anna Karenina, created by Leo Tolstoy, and Raskolnikov from Fyodor Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment. 80. Russia has a distinctive folk dance style known as the hopak, accompanied by traditional Ukrainian music. 81. The Russian city of Kaliningrad, located between Lithuania and Poland, is an exclave separated from mainland Russia by other European countries. 82. The Piskarevskoye Memorial Cemetery in St. Petersburg is a tribute to the victims of the Nazi siege of Leningrad during World War II, with over 500,000 buried there. 83. The Russian version of Santa Claus is known as Ded Moroz, who brings gifts to children on New Year's Eve. 84. In traditional Russian weddings, the newlyweds perform a ritual called bread and salt, symbolizing hospitality and the beginning of a new life. 85. The Russian language is written in the Cyrillic script, which is also used by several other Slavic languages. 86. The State Tretyakov Gallery in Moscow houses one of the world's most extensive collections of Russian art, including works by famous painters like Ilya Repin and Kazimir Malevich. 87. Russia has over 100 national parks and nature reserves, protecting its unique biodiversity and ecosystems. 88. The Samoyedic peoples of Siberia, including the Nenets and Selkup, have traditionally relied on reindeer herding for their livelihoods. 89. The Moscow Metro is not only a rapid transit system but also an underground art gallery, with many stations adorned with murals, mosaics, and sculptures. 90. The Shaisky family ruled Russia during the time of troubles in the early 17th century, marking a significant period of political and social upheaval. 91. The Hermitage cats in St. Petersburg have been guarding the Hermitage Museum from rodents for over 300 years. 92. Russia has a strong tradition of space exploration, with numerous cosmonauts participating in missions to space stations like Mir and the International Space Station. 93. Russian folklore features characters like Baba Yaga, a witch-like figure residing in a magical hut deep in the forest. And 94. The White Nights Festival in St. Petersburg celebrates the city's unique summer phenomenon when the sun remains visible for most of the night. And 95. Russia has a rich tradition of puppetry and marionette theater, with the Moscow State Puppet Theater being one of the oldest and most prominent. And 96. The Russian Republic of Komi, located in the far northwest of the country, is known for its ancient forests and the Manpupuner rock formations. And 97. Russians celebrate Easter with the tradition of exchanging intricately decorated eggs, known as pysanki. And 98. Orthodoxy is the dominant religion in Russia, with numerous beautiful cathedrals and monasteries found throughout the country. 99. The Russian Olympic Committee has consistently been one of the top-performing nations in the Olympic Games, particularly in events like gymnastics, figure skating, and wrestling. 100. Russia is home to the largest active volcano in Eurasia, Klyushevskaya Sopka, reaching a height of 15,584 feet. 101. Russia has a rich tradition of wooden architecture, with intricately carved log structures found in regions like Siberia and the Russian north.